Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Tom Gummy, and today we are back for another statue tutorial. Again, continue with the theme of FNAF, the Twisted ones. Today we are doing Twisted Wolf, again one of the new characters introduced in the book, and you guys have been requesting this a ton, as well as Twisted Bonnie. That will be out in the very near future, so stay tuned for that. Again, this was designed by RedXPhones and _Deadpool_, so credit where credit is due to them. Again, I'll leave RedXPhones' DeviantArt down in the description below if you want to go check out some of the cool artwork he's been doing, which isn't being released on the channel yet, or again, just some other cool artwork. Now, with this said, I do want to give a pre-disclaimer that if you can hear any wind throughout the video, I do apologise. That is because I'm recording it quite late at night, and I'm in a tall building, and it's extremely windy where I live right now, so again, kind of a storm happening, can't really avoid it, but I thought I'd get this done today, or there'd be no video for a while, so apologies, not much I can do, but if you can hear it, again, it's just a slight inconvenience, I guess. With that said and done, let's get into the tutorial. So the blocks you're going to need are the following. You'll need cyan terracotta, grey concrete, nether brick, block of quartz, black concrete, polished andesite, stone, light grey wool, light blue stained glass, stone bricks, light grey concrete, sea lantern, nether brick stairs, quartz stairs, stone brick stairs, and also light blue stained glass panes. So again, I'll give you guys a second to grab them blocks into your inventory. That'll be great, and then we can get straight into building. So let's begin. We're going to start off by building the front side of the legs. The front side of the legs is 12 tall and 8 blocks wide, so 12 layers of 8. And we're going to start off on the first layer, where we're going to place 1 nether brick, 1 cyan terracotta, 1 nether brick, 1 cyan terracotta, 1 grey concrete, 1 quartz, 1 grey concrete, and 1 quartz. So again, that is layer number 1. And that is 1 nether brick, 1 cyan, 1 nether brick, 1 cyan, 1 grey, 1 quartz, 1 grey, 1 quartz. So again, that's layer number 1, and that is 8 blocks wide. Now for layer number 2, we're going to repeat the exact same pattern. So we place 1 nether brick, 1 cyan, 1 nether brick, 1 cyan, 1 grey, 1 quartz, 1 grey, 1 quartz. So again, layer number 2 is the exact same as layer number 1. Now in front of layer number 1, what we're going to do is grab ourselves our nether brick stairs and our quartz stairs, so again, to correlate with these. And in front of the nether brick, we're going to place a nether brick stair on each one, and in front of the quartz, we're going to place a quartz stair on each one, so 4 blocks in total. What we're then going to do is resume by getting rid of them. We're going to come to the second layer, to the 7th block, so second to last block, this block in between the two quartz. We're going to punch it out, and we're going to indent 1 black concrete. So again, when I say indent, I mean literally set it 1 block back into the body, and it will end up looking something like this. Now continuing for the third layer, we're going to do 4 cyan terracotta and 4 grey concrete. Now just like we done before, on the 6th block, this being on the right side again, we're going to punch out a block and we're going to indent another black concrete. So right now should look something like this. That's layer number 3. For layer number 4, exact same again. We're going to place 4 cyan and then 4 grey. And exact same as the previous row, on the 6th block we're going to punch it out and replace it with 1 indented black concrete. For the next layer, which is the 5th layer, we're going to grab ourselves our grey concrete. We place 4 grey concrete and then 4 black concrete, and again that is layer number 5. For layer number 6, we're going to start on the left side and we're going to place 4 cyan and 4 grey concrete, and we're going to repeat this twice more. So again, that's 2 more layers of 4 cyan and 4 grey concrete. So that is layers 6, 7 and 8. For layer number 6, we're going to come to the 5th block, aka the first block of the grey concrete. Going to punch it out, leave 1 and punch a second block out. So that is the 5th block and the 7th block. On the 7th layer, come to the 6th block, so the one directly in between these previous 2. Punch it out, and that will give you a 3 block gap, which looks like this, a little triangle shape. And just like before, go around to the rear side and indent black concrete behind each block. Again, this is just small details, but makes it look a lot better. So currently, that is layers 1 to 8. So again, if you want to pause, you're more than welcome to do so. And we're now going to continue. So for layer number 9, we're going to start off by placing 3 cyan, 1 grey concrete, 1 black concrete, and 3 grey concrete. So again, that is layer number 9. What we're then going to do is come to the 6th block, punch it out, and once again we're going to indent 1 black concrete. So that's layer number 9. For layer number 10, we're going to place 2 cyan, 1 grey, 1 cyan, 1 grey concrete, 1 black concrete, and 2 grey concrete. And what we're then going to do is come to the 5th block, this one right here, and we're going to indent 1 black concrete. So again, once you've done that, that is layer number 10. For layer number 11, we're going to do 2 grey concrete, 2 cyan, 2 grey concrete, and 2 black concrete. Now, same as before, we're going to come to the 5th block, indent 1 black concrete, and it ends up looking something like this. And that is the 11th layer, the second to last layer. For the 12th and final layer, we're going to do 1 grey, 3 cyan, and then 3 grey, 1 black. What we're going to do then is come to the 6th block, this one here. We're going to indent 1 more black concrete, and once you've done that, that is the front side of the legs complete. That is a 12 by 8 rectangle, and again, if you want to pause, you're more than welcome to do so. So once we've done that, we're now ready to move on to the upper body, which I'm going to start in a second. Again, just pause if you need to. Moving on up, we're going to start working on the body. So the body, just like the legs, is a 12 by 8, that being 12 tall, 8 wide, and we're going to start again layer by layer. So for the first layer, we're going to place 4 cyan terracotta, and then we're going to leave a 4 block gap. Now on the left side, we're going to extend 1 to the left using nether brick, 1 cyan, 1 nether brick, and 1 cyan, so a 4 block extension to the left. In terms of the right side, we're going to place 1 block directly above this black concrete. Doesn't really matter because we're going to delete it afterwards, so it can be any block of your choice. And then we're going to extend it to the right with 1 quartz, 1 grey concrete, 1 quartz, and 1 grey concrete. Go ahead and punch out that block there, and again you've got this 4 block extension to the right side. So we've got a 4 to the left, 4 to the right, and again these are just marking out the hands. Now we're not going to work on the hands now, we'll come back to that later on. It's just marking it out. You want to make sure this is the 13th layer, aka the first layer of the body, and again it just saves time later on. It means we don't have to count, don't have to figure everything out, it's already there, ready to go. So once again, back to the first layer of the body, we've got this 4 cyan blocks here. What we're then going to do is indent 3 polished andesite, so on the left side, 3 polished andesite, and then we're going to leave a 1 block gap, and we'll come back to that later on. You can fill it in if you want to, but it's kind of part of the design. So again, optional, but feel free to just leave it for now. Now in terms of the second layer, what we're going to do is continuing from this block here, we're going to place 1 cyan, 4 grey concrete, we're then going to leave 1, and in this gap we're going to place 1 stone, so indent 1 stone. Then go ahead and place 1 more grey concrete, and then we're going to leave a second block. So again, that's the second layer, and again, if you want to pause, you're more than welcome to do so. For the third layer, we're going to go ahead and place 1 grey concrete, 2 cyan, and 5 grey concrete, and that will bring us all the way up to the edge. And again, there should currently be a 2 block gap. If you don't want there to be a gap, feel free just to indent stone, like so, and that also fixes the issue. For the fourth layer, we're going to go ahead and do 4 cyan terracotta, and then 4 grey concrete. What we're then going to do is come to the 6th block, this one right here, punch it out, and we're going to indent 1 black concrete. So again, that is the 4th layer, and on the 6th block, we indent 1 black concrete. For the next layer, we're going to go ahead and start by placing 1 cyan, then we're going to place 7 grey concrete. So that brings us all the way up to the edge, and just like before, on the 6th block, we're going to punch it out and indent another black concrete. That was, again, the 5th layer, and once again, brief opportunity to pause if you need to do so. In terms of the next layer, which is the 6th layer, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to place 1 grey concrete, 2 cyan, 2 grey, 1 cyan, we're going to leave a 1 block gap, and then finish off with 1 grey, and in the 1 block gap, we're going to indent 1 block of stone. So once again, that was the 6th layer, and the indentation is on the 7th block, and it's going to be 1 block of stone. For the next layer, which is the 8th layer, we're going to do 6 cyan terracotta, and then 2 grey concrete. This time, we're going to indent the 8th block, so the final block, and we're going to place 1 black concrete. So that's the 8th layer, and the 8th block is going to be 1 black concrete. For the 9th layer, very simple, we're going to do 1 cyan and 7 grey concrete, so it goes all the way up to the edge. And then this theme kind of continues with the fact that it's very simple. With the next layer, we're going to place 1 grey, 2 cyan, 2 grey, 2 cyan, 1 grey. So as you can see, no indentations. On top of this, we're going to do 7 cyan, 1 grey. And we're going to repeat that twice more. So that's 7 cyan, 1 grey, and once again, 7 cyan, 1 grey. Once you've done that, it should be 12 blocks tall, if I'm not mistaken. And again, if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. So, that is the front side of the body. Now, of course, again, we've got that gap at the bottom. You can fill it in if you want to. What is not an optional thing is the 3D effects. So, of course, Twisted Wolf has this kind of like fur around the top by the neck. Also has this kind of weird blue effect coming off of him. So what we're going to do is add both of them in 3D effects. So starting off, what we're going to do is come to the top left corner, grab ourselves our light grey wool, and we're going to place 6 light grey wool. So it ends up looking like this. Should be a 2-block gap on the right side, no gap on the left. Below this, we're going to place another row of 6, like so. Below that, we're going to leave a 2-block gap, and we're going to place 4. And then below that, we leave a 1-block gap and place 1. So again, when I say gap, I mean from here, not from here. If you're talking from the side, it's a 2-block gap and then a 3-block gap. So it gives you a shape that looks like this. What we're also going to do later on is extend 1 to the left. You can do that now if you want to, save some time. And that's going to go above the arm and link round to the side of the head. What we're also going to do is come to the second block of the body. So ignoring that's here, come to the second block, bring it 1 forwards. Again, if you want to leave that, you leave a 2-block gap and then 1 forwards. And it ends up looking like this. So again, that's the part 1 of the 3D effect. For part 2, we're going to start adding some glass. So we start off by coming to the right side, to the 7th block from left on the second layer, this one here. So you could just come to the top right corner, go down diagonal to left, this one. Place 1 light blue stained glass. Go down diagonal to right, and then down diagonal to left. From this block, we're going to go down 1, leave 1, go down a second block, place another 1. From here, we're going to go down once, twice, and then to the left 1, and in front of this black indentation, we're going to place a glass. Now again, make sure to place 1 on the side, and then build over, because we want this gap to still remain. From this one, go down diagonal to the left, then go down 1, leave it, down again, place 1, and then final block, go down diagonal to the left, and this should bring us to the 13th layer, aka the first layer of the body. So right now, it should look something like this. Again, if you want to pause, this is a good time to do so. The next step is to grab yourselves your glass panes, and we're essentially going to link everything together. So starting up at the right corner, we're going to place 2 on the top layer, go down 1. To the left of this glass block, we're going to place another 1. We're then to the right of this glass block, going to place 1, and also to the left. From here, we go down to right, and it links up with the glass block right there. So again, I'll give you guys a brief opportunity to catch up if you need to do so. Below this block, we're then going to go down and to the left, so place 1 on the left first, and then build over. Looks like this. Below this block, we're going to go to left 1, down, to left 1. We're also going to go down 1 to link it to the block below, and then to the left 1. So essentially, it's just a game of connecting all the blocks together. And again, I do appreciate it's kind of difficult to distinguish the blocks from the actual panes. It's even more difficult to distinguish when Xbox freezes. There we go. So it should look like this. Again, it's kind of difficult, but if you want to pause, it's pretty self-explanatory. So again, I'll just do a little flyby, and hopefully you'll be able to see all the different blocks in comparison to the panes. So yeah, that's the front side complete, or at least the front side of the body complete. Now what we're going to do is move on to the arms and start making some progress there. So just like standard statues, the arms are going to be 12 by 4, so 12 tall, 4 wide. We're going to do it layer by layer. You don't want to throw out the glass, like I just did there, so try not to do that. So we're going to start on the left one first. So for the left arm, you come to the 13th layer of the build. Go 4 blocks to the left, that's 1 nether brick, 1 cyan, 1 nether brick, 1 cyan. For the second layer, we're going to do 4 cyan terracotta. For the third layer, we're going to do 4 grey concrete. We're then going to do 5 layers of cyan. So again, that's 5 layers of cyan. We're then going to do a layer of grey concrete. Oh, sorry, that's 6 layers of cyan. No, it is 5. What am I doing? Yeah, it's 5. Sorry, I got confused there. So 5 layers of cyan, a layer of grey concrete, and then 3 layers of cyan, and that should bring you all the way up until the top. So just to recap, because again, did get a tiny bit thrown off, and that was purely because of this block here and this block here. Just tricked me a tiny bit. So the first layer, or first 2 should I say, is cyan. Third layer is grey concrete. 5 layers of cyan, layer of grey concrete, and 3 layers of cyan. That'll bring you all the way up to the top, and that's going to be a 12 by 4. Now what we're going to do on the right side is very similar, apart from this side's a bit more detailed. So the first layer, again, 13th layer of the build, is 1 quartz, 1 grey, 1 quartz, 1 grey. The second layer is going to be 4 grey. The third layer is going to be 4 black concrete. The next 5 layers is going to be grey concrete. Then we're going to cap it off with a layer of black concrete, and then bring it up to the top with 3 layers of grey concrete. So pretty much the exact same as the other side, just with a different colour scheme. Now in terms of this side, what we're going to do is come to this big section here in the middle, come to the bottom left corner, punch 1 out, go up diagonal to right, up 1, up twice, to right 1. Above this black concrete here, we're going to continue by going up twice more. And from this block here, we're going to go over to the left twice, and this block right next to the blue glass, we're going to punch out as well. So right now, if you look at it like this is all the blocks you should have punched out. We're then going to go around to the rear side and start indenting some black concrete in each gap. And again, this is just to make it look a bit more detailed. So the right side of the statue is definitely a bit more detailed than the left. But again, that's intentional and sticking with the theme of the character. So again, if you want to pause, you're more than welcome to do so. This is the front side of the left and right arm, as well as the front side of the body. So now we've got this, what we can start doing is work on the sides of the statue. So again, this is your opportunity to pause if you haven't got this. Right now it should be 24 tall, 16 wide, 8 wide, if you're not including the arms. So starting on the sides, we're going to come to the left side of the leg. What we're going to do is grab ourselves our cyan terracotta, and we're going to extend 1, 2, 3 to the left. Now the thing about the sides of the body, and the legs in particular, is it's 4 wide. However, the 4th row is already done. As you can see here, this is our 4th block. So we're only placing 3 per row, because 3 plus the already existent 1 is going to give us our 12 by 4. Hopefully that makes sense. Now the left side is very, very simple. The first 4 layers are going to be cyan terracotta. So the first layer plus 3 more, and you'll notice that the 5th layer is going to be grey. So it'll match up with the previous block, and that's going to be our grey concrete. For the next 5 layers, we're going to do, again, cyan terracotta, until we get to the second to last layer, aka the 11th layer, where again, it will be up with the grey concrete. So for this, we place 3 grey concrete, and then for the 12th layer, we're going to place 1 grey and 2 cyan in the middle. And that is the left side of the leg. Again, that's a 12 by 4. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now the right side is a bit more complicated. Before we do that, I'll give you a little side angle. There we go. So heading around to the right side, we're going to grab ourselves our grey concrete. Same logic applies, 1, 2, 3 to the right. And it's going to be a 12 by 4, 4th block already done. So the first 4 layers, again, is going to be grey concrete, and the 5th layer is going to be black concrete. However, in this case, we're going to indent some stuff. We'll come back to that after, I guess. So for now, we'll just build the side. So for the next area, we're going to do 5 layers of grey concrete. We are then going to place 2 grey concrete, 1 black, and we repeat this for the 12th layer, so 2 grey, 1 black. And what we're in fact going to do is on the 10th layer, we're going to punch out the 2 middle blocks and again replace with black concrete. So right now it looks like this. That's a 12 by 4 and that's the basic shape. In terms of the indentations, we're going to come to the bottom left corner, second layer, second block, punch out, up diagonal to right, up diagonal to left, and that's for the first section. Go ahead and indent your black concrete behind it. For the second section, we come to first layer, second block, third block, up 1. We then go up diagonal to left, up 1, and that is your indentations for the second area. So once again, go behind, or from this point you can just build onto the side and indent your black concrete like so. Once you've done that, that is the right side of the leg complete. Once again, that is 12 by 4, and if you want to pause, you're more than welcome to do so. So once we've got that said and done, what we're going to do now is move around to the rear side of the statue, try and actually go around to the rear side and not do what I did there, which is just fly straight into the body. So starting on the rear side of the right, which is the one which has got the grey and the quartz, what we're going to do is behind this grey on the left side, we're going to place 1 quartz, 1 grey, 1 quartz. So again, this is the right arm. Behind it, we're going to place 1 quartz, 1 grey, 1 quartz. To the right of this, behind the quartz, we're going to place 3 grey, same as the next 3 layers, and what this gives us is a 4 by 4 area, which looks like this. What we're then going to do is grab ourselves our quartz, and facing backwards, we're going to place 4 quartz stairs, so the 2 at the side are facing towards the statue, and the 2 at the front are facing towards the rear of the statue. Again, these are going to act like claws. and there's 4 in total. From below, it looks like this. In terms of the left side, we're going to go around, and behind the cyan terracotta right here, on the edge, we're going to place 1 nether brick, 1 cyan, 1 nether brick, and behind the remaining area, we're going to place cyan terracotta. Again, that gives us a 4x4, and what we're then going to do, same as the other side, is place 4 stairs, so 2 at the sides facing towards the statue, 2 at the front facing towards the rear side, and again that's the 4 claws. In total, that's the left side, and once again, heading round to the right side. So essentially, that just means that there won't be holes in the sides of, or should I say, bottom of the hand, and it also gives us this nice feature, which is the claws, which again is a small touch, but just adds so much to the statue. So once you've added the claws from the front side, it should look like this. Again, the gap, what we can do later on is fill the side in here. So if you want to fill in this gap, just place 3 grey concrete on the side, and then once we've done the rear side, it will look a lot better. So what we're going to do next is move on to the left side of the arm. So heading round, it should look something like this. A backwards L shape is pretty much all it should look like. Again, it's going to be 12x4. Just like the side of the legs, we're only placing 3 blocks per layer. So let's begin. So the first layer should already be done. That should be 1 nether brick, 1 cyan, 1 nether brick, 1 cyan. The second layer is going to be 3 cyan. The third layer is going to be 3 grey. And the next 5 layers is going to be cyan terracotta. On top of that, we're going to cap it off with 1 layer of grey concrete, 3 layers of cyan, and that will take us all the way up to the top. That's going to be a 12x4, and it looks something like this. Very simple. Right side, unfortunately, not so much. What we are also going to do whilst we're here is come to the top side, and to these blocks here, so we got this layer, which has got blocks to the side. For the next 3 layers, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to right, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 using cyan terracotta, and gives us a 4x4 platform. In the back right corner of said 4x4 platform, we're going to start off by placing 1 light grey and bring it 3 forwards. This is again out of wall. To right of that, or should I say to left of it, we're going to place 3. And then the next layer, we're going to leave 1, place 1, and then leave 2. So it looks currently like this. Now on top of the second block on the right side, we're going to place another one on top. So it's a little 3D effect, and again this links in with the shoulders, but I thought I'd just get out of the way with the arm. So that is the left shoulder, once again, and now we're going to head round to the right side and start working on the right arm. So, heading round to the right side, starting off again, 12x4, L shape, first block already done, 3 blocks per layer. First layer already done should be 1 grey concrete, 1 quartz, 1 grey concrete, 1 quartz. Second layer is going to be 3 grey concrete, third layer is going to be 3 black concrete. On top of this, we're going to do 5 layers of 3 grey concrete. We're then going to do a layer of 3 black concrete, and then 3 layers of grey, and that'll bring us all the way up to the top. So far, so simple. What we're then going to do is start adding the detail. So we come to the second layer, third block, punch it in, indent 1 black concrete. We then come to this area here, third block again, indent 1 black concrete. We're then going to go up 1, up a second block, to the left, punch it out, go up 1, and up diagonal to the right. Once again, indent black concrete behind all 3 of these blocks. For the final segment, this part up here, we're going to come to the third block on the first and second layer. Once again, indent 2 black concrete, and that is the right side of the arm. However, it is not. We're going to add some further details in terms of 3D effects. So again, that's a 12x4, that's a basic arm complete. And what we're then going to do is grab ourselves our stone brick stairs and also our stone bricks into our inventory. So looking at it from a side angle, currently looks like this. What we're going to do is come to this second segment, this big one here, the 5x4 area. We're going to come to the second layer, second block, and we're going to place 1 stone brick. Coming off the side of this, we're going to place an upside down stone brick stair, and that's part 1. Next part, we're going to come up to the fourth layer, third block, place 1 stone brick, 1 stone brick stair, so exact same as the previous part. And for the next one, come to the 5th layer of this section, second block, and place a stone brick stair facing off the side. So that is the first segment. So again, this is the big area in the middle, and it looks like this. In terms of the next segment, we're going to come to the second layer, second block, place a stone brick stair, or a stone brick with a stone brick stair coming off the side. And for the final block, we're going to come to the final layer, 12th layer, and we're going to place a stone brick stair coming off the third block. So it looks something like this. Again, this is just kind of representing the spikes coming off the side. What we're then going to do is come up to the shoulder area. And just like we did on the left side, we're going to build 3 to the right, or 3 to the left, sorry, left and right not going so well today. And that will give us a 4x4 platform. On this 4x4 platform, we're going to start at the back left corner. We're going to go one to the right. We're going to place one stone brick stair with one stone brick with a stone brick stair on top, facing towards the right side. We're then going to come to the second layer from the front. Last block, place a stone brick with a stone brick stair, again facing towards the right side. The final block we're going to do is come to the second block from left on the front row. Place a stone brick stair facing towards the right. Once you've done that, it ends up looking like this. Again, that's the spikes on the side of the arm and also on the top of the shoulder. So again, I'm just doing a little fly around so you can see what it looks like. If you want to pause, you're more than welcome. And once again, for the shoulder, it looks like this. So again, not too difficult, but adds a really cool effect to the overall statue design. So, moving on now. We've made really good progress with the front side and the sides. We're going to come around to the rear side. Not so much going on here, but that's what we're going to work on fixing up. So, starting on the legs, the rear side of the legs, it's 12x8, just like the front side. However, left side and right side already done. That's 2 layers complete, which means we're only placing 6 blocks per layer, essentially linking left side to right side. So for the first layer, we're going to place 3 grey concrete and 3 cyan terracotta. And we're going to repeat this 3 more times. So the first 4 layers is 3 grey concrete, 3 cyan terracotta. To cap this off, we're going to place 3 black concrete and then 3 grey concrete. And this is the first 5 layers. Now in terms of the details, second block, second layer, third layer, third and fourth block, punch those ones out. Again, this is on the grey concrete side. Go ahead and indent black concrete behind all of them. And once you've done that, that is the first 5 layers. Again, looks like this. For the 6th layer, we're going to place 3 grey concrete and 3 cyan. We repeat this twice more. So that's 3 layers of 3 grey concrete and 3 cyan. In terms of details, come to the 4th block on the first layer, then come to the 3rd block on the 2nd and 3rd, and once again indent black concrete behind all 3. Once you're at this point, it's pretty easy, just build it off the already existent layers behind it. So that is the 8th layer. For the 9th layer, we're going to go ahead and place 2 grey concrete, 1 black concrete, 1 grey concrete, and 2 cyan. For the 10th layer, we're going to place 1 grey, 1 black, 1 grey, 1 cyan, 1 grey, and 1 cyan. So once again, that is the 10th layer. Second to last layer, which is the 11th layer, is going to be 1 black, 2 grey, 2 cyan, 1 grey, and then the 12th and final layer is going to be 3 grey and 3 cyan. Once you've done that, that is the rear side of the legs complete. That is a 12x8, and it looks like this. So, moving on now to the rear side of the body. Once again, a 12x8, in case you haven't already guessed. The first layer, we're going to leave a 4-block gap, and then we're going to place 4 cyan terracotta. Same with the second layer, so we're going to place 4-block gap, and then 4 cyan terracotta. For the third layer, we're going to place 4 grey concrete, and then 4 cyan terracotta. And what we're also going to do is we're going to count to the 3rd block on the left, and below this we're going to place 1 grey concrete. So this is kind of going into the second layer, but we're going to place a grey concrete. In terms of this indentation here, behind it, so we've already got the andesite from the front side, we're going to place a row of 3 polished andesite, so we're basically going to double it up. And on the left side we go up 1 using polished andesite, on the right side we go up 1 using stone. In terms of this gap here, right now you want to fill it in, so on the top 2 blocks you're going to place grey concrete, and on the side one here you can place 1 stone or 1 polished andesite. It doesn't really matter as long as it's filled in. So you kind of have a little cut through here, that's intentional, again part of the design. If you don't like it and you want to fill it in, feel free just to put a stone or an andesite right in that gap. Right now that's the first 3 layers however, and again we're going to continue. So for the 4th layer we're going to place 4 grey concrete and 4 cyan, so far very easy. For the 5th layer, we're going to place 2 grey and 6 cyan. And we're going to repeat this twice more. So 2 grey, 6 cyan for 3 layers in total. So right now, again, should be 7 blocks tall. For the 8th layer, we're going to go ahead and leave 1 block. We're then going to place 7 cyan. And we do the exact same for the 9th layer. So again, we leave 1 block and place 7 cyan. In this 1 block gap here, we're going to indent 1 polished andesite. And on top of that, we're going to indent 1 black concrete. For the remaining 3 layers, we're going to place 1 grey concrete and 7 cyan. So again, very, very simple. That'll bring us all the way up to the top. and that will give us our 12 by 8. Once again, the 10th, 11th, and 12th layer is 1 grey concrete and 7 cyan. So once you've done that, that is the rear side of the statue complete, or at least the main part. What we're then going to do is start adding some 3D effects. So without further ado, let's get straight into that. So, starting off, what we're going to do is grab ourselves, just like on the front side, our light grey wall. We're going to come to the top left corner of the body, this block here, and we're going to count 1, 2, and on the third block, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 light grey wool. Directly underneath this, we're going to place 7 light grey wool, so there'll be a 1 block gap on the right side. And it, again, currently looks like this. Once we've done that, we're going to grab ourselves our light blue stained glass, come up to the top left corner again of the body, this block here, the grey concrete, place 1 light blue glass, go to the right one, go down once, twice, and diagonal from this light grey wall, we're going to place another light blue, and then we're going to go down diagonal to left again, making sure this 1 block gap is still empty. Below this, we're going to go down 1, leave it, go down a second block, and then we're going to go down diagonal to right 3 times, so that's 1, 2, 3. From the third block, we're going to go down 1, then down diagonal to right again. Once you've done that, that is the basic glass complete. We're then going to go ahead and grab ourselves our glass panes and start filling in the joins. So in terms of the joins, we come up to the top left corner again, right in between the glass and the light grey wall. We're going to place 1, go down to left, down. From this block here, we're going to go down twice, to left 1, and down a third block. So again, right now, looks like this. Below this glass block, we're going to go down 1. Below this one, again down 1, and to the right. Below this, we go down twice, and also to the right one here. And then we go down 1 for our final block, like so. So again, the glass is a bit more difficult, but if you want to pause, please do make sure to take use of it. And now what we're going to do is start adding some further layers to this grey part here. So on the rear side of the statue, or on the rear side of the character, it's a bit more puffed out, it's a bit more 3D than it is on the front side. So what we're going to do is start adding to it. So starting off, we're going to come to the first layer, to the 6th block, and we're going to place a light grey wall on top of the already existent light grey wall. From here we go down diagonal to left, leave 1, and place a second block, like so. From this end block here, so the one that's down diagonal, we're going to go down 1, and then we're going to build to left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it ends up covering the light blue glass, which was directly behind it. On the left side, we're going to go down 1, to left 1, so it covers the second glass, and we're also going to go to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, so there's a 1 block gap, as you can see right there. For the final row, we're going to leave 1 on the left side, and we're going to place 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so there should be a 1 block gap on the right side, and the second layer looks like this. So again, this is the top left of the previous layer, this is the top left of the body, and just in perspective, this is what we've built so far. For the next layer, what we're going to do is come to this section of 4 blocks. We're going to come to the third block, place another 1 on top, and go up diagonal. From this block here, we're going to go down 1, to left twice, and to the right once. And below this, we're going to leave 1, place 2, leave 1. For the final layer, we're going to come to the block on the left, and we're going to build diagonal forwards, like so. And once you've done that, it ends up looking like this, and that is the rear side of the body, once again, complete. Now, in terms of the rear of the arms, again, it's very much just a case of filling it all in. So we start off on the left side, or the rear of the right arm. The first 2 layers is going to be grey concrete. The third layer is going to be black concrete. 5 layers of grey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have a layer of black concrete and 3 layers of grey. Should only have to do 2 because the top one should already be there. Now in terms of the indentations, come to the second block, or second layer, third block, indent 1 black concrete. Next layer is directly above the black concrete, so we're going to indent 1 again on the third block. So that is the 4th layer, third block. Go up once, twice, punch out to left and also up 1. Again, gives you this right angled shape. Indent 3 black concrete behind of it. Going up to the top section, we come to the second block on both layers, first and second. And then we come to the 4th block on the second layer and again indent 1 black concrete. Once you've done that, it looks like this, and that is again a 12 by 4. Now, just like the previous sides, the other side is even easier. So the first 2 layers are going to be cyan terracotta, third layer is grey concrete, 5 layers of cyan, a layer of grey concrete, and then 3 layers of cyan. Now again, it will partially be blocked by the 3D effect we have here. It's not too difficult, just build around it. And once you're done that, that is the rear side of each arm complete. Once again, each one is 12 by 4. And what we're going to do for the final touch is go ahead and fill in the shoulder area. You can use grey or cyan, doesn't really matter. It's going to be covered up by the head anyways. And with that said and done, that is the body of the statue complete. So right now you should have something which is 24 blocks tall, 16 blocks wide, 4 blocks thick. Of course there is a few exceptions with the 3D effects. What I'm going to do is go around the statue part by part, give you guys opportunity to pause if you need to do so. If you don't, skip ahead in the video about a minute, should be fine. And then we'll move on to the head. But for everyone that needs to catch up, this is your opportunity. Please do use it appropriately and pause whenever necessary. So starting off, we're going to come to the front side of the legs. That's a 12 by 8, and there's 3D effects on the bottom row in terms of the toes, I guess, with the feet and stairs. Going up to the upper body in a very slow cinematic fashion. Again, it's a 12 by 8. We have the 3D effect in the top corner for the little, I don't want to call it a mane, but you know what I mean, like the extra fur. And then we've got the blue glass going through the center. On the left side and the right side is the arms, both 12 by 4, both with claws coming off the bottom. Come around to the left side with the left side of the leg, that is 12 by 4. With the underside of the left hand, which is 4 by 4, with a nether brick stair upside down. The 2 at the front facing rear, 2 at the side facing into the side of the body. Left side of the arm, again 12 by 4. Come around to the right side with the right side of the leg, that is 12 by 4 with a fair few indentations. The right side or the underside of the right hand, 4 by 4, once again with a quartz stair under each quartz block. 2 at the front facing towards the rear, 2 at the side facing towards the side of the statue. With the right side of the arm, 12 by 4, and has all these kind of stairs and 3D effects coming off the side in the second and top section. Coming around to the rear side, we have the rear side of the legs. No 3D effects, but does have indentations on the left. Again, that's 12 by 8. Moving on up, we have the rear side of the body. Once again, 12 by 8, and has this massive 3D effect in the middle, and also the light blue glass going down the left and center. In terms of the final side, the top side, the shoulders, we have the left shoulder here. Again, this is using light grey. And we have the right shoulder, which is again a 4 by 4. This time it has the 3 pillars of stone brick and stone brick stairs. So once you've done that, that is the body complete, and we're now ready to move on to the head. So without further ado, let's in fact start building. So in regards to the head, we're going to start off on the front side. Again, make sure you're at the side with the, claws at the feet. Come to the top left corner, and what we're going to do is count 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, we're going to grab ourselves our cyan terracotta. We place 1 and bring it 1, 2, 3 forwards. What we're then going to do is do the exact same on the right side. So we're going to go to the right side. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, place 1 cyan terracotta, bring it 3 blocks forwards. Go ahead and join these together by placing 3 layers of 6 in between, and what this will give you is a 3 by 8 overhang, so 3 blocks wide and 8 blocks across. And again, this is the front side. In terms of the rear side, come around to the left and right side and expand 5 blocks backwards. And what this will give you is a 2 block overhang on the rear side. So once again, that's a 3 block overhang on the front side, and a 2 block overhang on the rear side. And what this gives you overall is a 9 by 8 rectangle. So it's 9 blocks thick and 8 blocks wide. So again, 3 block overhang on the front side, 2 block overhang on the rear side. Now in terms of the front side, we're also going to go ahead and grab ourselves our light grey concrete, leave 1 block gap, place 6 light grey concrete, and then in front of this, leave a 1 block gap, place 4 and a 1 block gap. So now essentially you have a 5 block overhang on the front side, and it looks something like this. Now of course this is going to form part of the jaw later on in the video, but for now we're not going to worry about that. We're going to come around to the left side and start building up the left and right side. So starting on the left side, we have 9 cyan terracotta, so that's layer number 1. For layer number 2, we're going to place 6 cyan terracotta, and then we're going to place 3 quartz stairs facing towards the left, in towards the cyan terracotta blocks. Now on the first layer, go ahead and punch out the first block. This is just give a bit more shape to the head later on. Currently, the first 2 layers look like this. On top of this, for the third layer, we're going to do 5 cyan terracotta. We're then going to leave a 4 block gap. On top of that, we're going to place 6 cyan terracotta, and just like the second layer, we're going to place 3 stairs. This time it's a bit more difficult. You're going to have to place 3 blocks above it, and then place your 3 upside down quartz stairs facing towards the left. So that is the first 4 layers. For the 5th layer, we're going to basically cap it off. So we're going to place 9 cyan terracotta, and that's again a solid layer of cyan terracotta. On top of this, for the 6th layer, we're going to place 8 cyan, and then we're going to place 1 light grey concrete. So that's kind of the final area of the mouth/jaw region. The remaining layers are purely for the head, so we're going to be 1 block shorter. So for the next layer, we're going to place 7 cyan terracotta and 1 light grey concrete. And on top of that, we're going to place 3 layers of 8 cyan terracotta. So again, that's 3 layers of 8 cyan terracotta. For the final layer, which is indeed the 12th layer, we're going to place 7 cyan terracotta, and then we're going to grab ourselves our grey concrete, and we're going to cap it off with 1 block of grey concrete. So once again, that is 12 blocks tall, and again, if you want to pause, you're more than welcome to do so, and that is the left side of the head. Now the good news is, the right side is very, very similar. In fact, there's only 1 block difference, so if you want to copy it over, you're more than welcome to. However, I'm going to explain it nevertheless. So coming around to the right side, same logic applies. The first layer is 9 cyan terracotta. The second layer is going to be 6 cyan terracotta and 3 quartz stairs. Go back to the first layer, punch out the bottom right corner right there, again just to give it a bit more shape. And then for the third layer, from the right side, we're going to place 5 cyan. So again, 4 block gap on the left. Next layer, on top of that, we're going to place 6 cyan. Then we're going to have to do our 3 stairs. So once again, just place the blocks on top, do the upside down 3 stairs, and like that, that is the 4th layer. For the 5th layer, we're going to cap it all off. So once again, that equals 9 blocks of cyan terracotta. And on top of that, we're going to do from left to right 1 light grey concrete and 8 cyan terracotta. Once again, that is the 5th layer. That's going to cap off the mouth area, mouth region. From here on out, we're going to be doing 1 less per layer. So for the next layer, we're going to leave 1 block. We're going to place 1 light grey concrete and 7 cyan terracotta. Now this is the one difference. The layer on top is the exact same, so we place 1 light grey and then 7 cyan. And again, as you can see, slightly different to the other side. This one has 2 blocks, whereas the other one has 1. On top of this, we're going to do 2 layers of 8 cyan terracotta. And then for the final layer, just like we did on the other side, we're going to do 1 grey concrete and 7 cyan terracotta. That brings us to the end, and that is the right side of the head. Once again, 12 blocks tall, 9 blocks wide, 8 wide, if you're not including this region right here. So essentially, it's a 12 by 8 rectangle with this extension of 1 layer at the front. What we're next going to do is go around to the left side again, and we're going to add a small little 3D effect. So we're going to grab ourselves our grey or light grey concrete and come to this area here next to the light grey concrete already placed. So we come to the upper one, so there's this block on the edge, we go to one next to it. To left, we're going to place 1 light grey concrete, extend it 1 block out to left, and go down 1. To the left of this, we're going to grab ourselves our cyan, and underneath it, we're going to place 1, up diagonal to left, up diagonal to left. It gives you a shape that looks like this. So again, this is a little 3D effect, but it's very small, very easy to do, and adds a lot of shape to the head. Come around to the rear side of this, behind the 3 light grey concretes, top left corner, we're going to place another light grey, below it and to the side 1 cyan, and once you've done that, that is the 3D effect complete. And again, if you want to pause, you're more than welcome to do so. What we're then going to do is repeat this pattern on the other side. So we come to the other side, we come to the light grey concrete right here. So the second one, not the bottom one, not the top one, the one in the middle. To the right of it, we're going to place 1 light grey, bring it 1 forwards, and then go below. So it gives you 3 blocks like this. Now, just like we did on the other side, below, up diagonal, gives you a shape like that. Come around to the rear side. In the top corner, place 1 light grey, and behind each of the other light greys, place 1 cyan terracotta. Again, exact same on the left side and right side, should be at the exact same level and should match up perfectly like so. Now, in terms of the rear side of the head, again, it's a 12 by 8 rectangle, so all we're going to do for the layers is just go left to right, placing cyan terracotta. Very, very simple, a bit tedious, a bit grindy, but again, nice and easy. Once we've done that, that is leaving essentially 2 sides, the top side and the front side. We'll get the front side out the way first. Once again, before we do that, the rear side, 12 by 8, just missing a block from each of the bottom corners. And then we'll go around to the front side, which is essentially the face. So starting off on the face, we're going to start off with the actual face itself. So we come to this layer here, which is not this out pointing layer. We come to the layer where it's 1 light grey concrete. We're going to place next to that 1 black concrete and 1 block of sea lantern. I was about to say quartz, sea lantern. Next to that, we're going to place 2 cyan, one sea lantern, and one black concrete, and it links up like so. In terms of where that is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh layer. So 7th layer of the face. And again, this is the first layer where it goes into actually being here, rather than the 3D effect coming off the front. On top of this, we're going to place 2 light grey concrete, 2 cyan terracotta, and 2 black concrete. On top of that, we're going to place 4 cyan, 2 light grey concrete. Second to last layer, we're going to place 2 grey concrete, 2 cyan, and 2 grey concrete. And then for the final layer, we're going to place 6 cyan terracotta, and it links together like so. Now, in terms of the actual area here, this is all going to be 3D, and it's going to be part of the mouth. So we're going to start off at this first layer, which is the 1 cyan terracotta. From here, we're going to extend out diagonal to the right using the light grey concrete, and we're going to extend once more, again, diagonal to the right using light grey concrete. If you've done it correctly, between the light grey concrete here and the upper layer, there should be a 3 block gap, as you can see right there. What we're then going to do is extend 3 blocks to the right, and then join up with the side by going diagonal once more. So right now, it looks like this, and that is the upper and lower jaw pathed out. Now in terms of the upper jaw, we're going to add a second layer. So on the second layer, in the diagonals, in the corners, we're going to place light grey. Same on the corners at the front. In the 2 middle blocks, we're going to place black concrete, however. And in the remaining area, in this gap here, we're going to place cyan terracotta. Once you've done that, it ends up looking something like this. In between the 2 eyes, in between the 2 sea lanterns, we're going to place another 2 cyan terracotta. And once we've done that, we're going to grab ourselves our light blue stained glass. And above this cyan here, on the right side, we're going to place 1. Go to the right 1. Go to the right, down 1. And also up diagonal to right. And it's 4 blocks like so. So again, that's 1 above the cyan, 1 to the right, down diagonal to right, and then up diagonal to right. 4 in total. Again, just a small little effect. Now, in terms of the actual jaw itself, because we're lacking some teeth, we're going to grab ourselves our quartz stairs. And on the corner blocks, we're going to place a quartz stair facing towards the rear of the head, and we're going to do that on the upper and lower jaw. So on the upper jaw, it's upside down. On the lower jaw, it's normal facing. What we're also going to do whilst we're here is fill this area in with cyan terracotta in the bottom of the mouth, just to give us a nice flat surface. And what we can also do, which is something I didn't actually grab earlier, but should have, is grab some black wool carpets, and we're going to fill in the whole bottom of the mouth using black carpets. And again, this is just to make it a bit more dark, a bit more mouth-like. It's a small little detail, but again, if you want to keep it, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. But again, personally, I feel it looks better. In between the 2 quartz on either side, we're also going to place a row, but we're going to leave the first layer here empty because there's going to be more teeth. What we're also going to do is, using our cyan terracotta, for the first 3 layers here, so this one, second layer, and third layer, we're going to place cyan terracotta in the equivalent of the 5th layer, so the layer just above the teeth. From here on out, we're going to grab ourselves either black concrete or black wool. I'm going to use black wool, but again, if you don't have any black wool, feel free to use black concrete. I'm just using black wool so it matches the bottom side. And just go ahead and fill this layer in like so. So again, it just fills in the upper and lower part of the mouth. You've done it correctly, there should be a 3 block gap in between. Now in terms of what's actually inside of the mouth, we're going to start off by coming to the rear, the very rear part. We're going to come to the second layer from back, and we're going to count 1, 2, and on the 3rd and 4th block, we're going to punch out 2 black carpets. In this area, we're going to build up a 2x2 of cyan, and above that, we're going to place 2 blocks of stone, so it will link the bottom side to the top side. And again, it should be set 1 block back from the rear of the mouth. What we're then going to do is grab ourselves our stone brick stairs, and we're going to punch out the left and right side, and we're going to have 2 stone brick stairs facing in towards the cyan terracotta we've just placed, and we're going to repeat this at the top, facing into the stone using upside down stone brick stairs. So it gives you a shape that looks like this. This is going to be the rear point of our mouth. The way we're going to bring it forwards is next to this stone brick stair. We're going to leave 1 block gap, punch out, place a stone brick stair. We're then going to repeat this on the right side, so leave 1, punch out, stone brick stair. Repeat this process on the top side, so leave 1 block, stone brick stair, leave 1 block, stone brick stair, and it gives you something that looks like this. We're going to cap it off and bring it in by once again going 1 block to the left, leaving it. Second block, go forwards 1 towards the middle, place a stone brick stair, so we're going to on the bottom have to punch out a carpet. Same on this side, 2 to the right, forwards 1, stone brick stair. So these 2 meet together in the middle. Repeat this process again on the top. So stone brick stair, again facing in towards each other. and it ends up looking something like this. So again, there's a block gap in between and then a diagonal, and that's the inside of the mouth. Now in terms of the actual outside of the jaw, linking everything together, we're going to grab ourselves our court stairs. Starting on the left side, we're going to place one to left, one to right, one to left, one to right, and we repeat this process on the upper jaw. So one to left, one to right, one to left, one to right. And that is the mouth complete. Once you've done that, it looks like this, and again on the inside, like that. So between the front and the front jaw, there's a 3 block gap, as you can see. So that is the mouth complete, which leaves us pretty much with one side left, which is of course the top side of the head. So that's going to include ears and also a little 3D effect, which we're going to add. So starting off, we're going to come to the top side. We fill in with cyan terracotta, so solid with cyan terracotta, and this is going to be an 8 by 8 square, just purely of cyan. So once again, fill it all in, like so. And once we've done that, we're going to come to the front left corner, to this grey concrete. We're going to leave one, come to the second block, and place a cyan terracotta. 2 blocks to the left using light grey concrete, to the left one using cyan, up one, to right twice, and then below the 2 light greys, also place 2 cyan. So it gives you a shape that looks like this. We repeat this on the right side, so we come to the right side, second block in, 1 cyan, to right twice using light grey, to right once more using cyan, up one, to left twice, and also 2 below, like so. So that's the left ear and the right ear. What we're then going to do is come around to the rear side and back everything up, so double it all up using cyan. Don't be using any light grey, just cyan, and again it makes it 2 blocks thick and just makes it ears a bit more, I guess, in your face, a bit more noticeable. Once you've done that, it looks like this, and that leaves us with one final thing to do, which is add the little 3D effect to the top. So, in between the ears, we're going to place on the third layer, we're going to leave one block, place a row of 4 cyan, leave one block, and on top of this, 2 cyan, and it gives you a shape that looks like this. What we're then going to do is come around to the rear side, and we're going to leave one, place 2, leave one, so it makes it 3D. We then have the task of, with our light grey glass panes, if you can find them in your inventory, they are a bit of a pain, there we go. So with our light grey glass panes, on the front side, we're going to come to the front right corner, come to the 5th and 6th block, and place 2 light grey glass panes. What we're then going to do is to the right of this, we're going to build up 2. We're then going to place another light grey glass pane, punch it out, and build either one to the left or one to the right. It doesn't really matter, either one works, just as long as it gives you a shape like this. If it's solo, it's not noticeable, you want it to be doubled up, like so. What we're then going to do, and this is the final step, is come around to the rear. In line with this cyan terracotta here, we're going to build up 2. We're then going to place a light grey glass pane, and build 1 block to the right. And once you've done that, on the basis you didn't just do what I did, which is break that, that will give you your final block, and it ends up looking something like this. Again, just floating, a bit random, but all part of the statue, all part of the design. And yeah, with that said and done, that pretty much wraps up the tutorial. If you did enjoy, a like would be very much appreciated. And again, I will leave the information of the designers down below. Once again, that was RedXPhones and _Deadpool_, so credit where credit is due. Really awesome job. Once again, I'm going to look in the comment section down below, see what you guys are asking for. I'm going to be trying to get out 2 videos a week at the moment. Again, I normally try and do 3, but my schedule's a bit busy with uni at the moment, so 2's probably more realistic, so that will be on Thursdays and Saturdays. I might move it to Wednesdays, just so it's like half in the week. But yeah, apart from that, again, a like is very much appreciated. Dislike button right next to it if you didn't enjoy. And yeah, if this content's for you, subscribe button also down there. Turn notifications on so YouTube actually tells you when I upload. Alternatively, follow me on Twitter at GummyBearGames, because I tweet out every time I upload, and also tweet out some cool stuff, such as other designs I'm working on. And yeah, it's just a cool way to interact with you guys. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, my name has been Tom Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light